The Honda Civic is what you'd call a safe bet. It's not too expensive, it does its job with minimal fuss, and there's a version for just about everybody. In fact, over the years, I've recommended the Civic to a fair share of people, but now that we're 9 generations deep, does the Civic still deserve those easy recommendations, or is it just coasting off the momentum of past successes?
Mind you, that's not some arbitrary question asked simply to give this video a theme. The folks at Honda wondered the exact same thing after introducing the 9th generation Civic in 2012. That introspection resulted in a rapid reworking of the Civic lineup over subsequent model years, yielding ride and handling improvements, a more robust standard equipment list, and numerous updates both inside and out. Hop aboard the Civic, and you'll notice more than adequate passenger space up front. Climb in back, and headroom is tight for taller passengers. Rear seat legroom is merely decent, but the floor is flat, making the middle seat ever so slightly more desirable. Wrapping things up is a modern interior design complemented by nice materials. The cumulative sense is one of refinement, a quality that extends to the Civic's road manners.
The key takeaway driving the Honda Civic is that there aren't any rough edges. The suspension isn't the softest in class, but it's certainly refined enough for most driving situations. Add to that a quiet cabin and excellent outward visibility, and what you have is an excellent commuter. At the same time, the Honda Civic has an eager spirit about it. I don't know if spunky is the right word, but when the road winds, the Civic doesn't shy away. Sometimes fun to drive takes the form of twitchy handling, like the car absolutely can't wait to turn. It's not like that with the Honda Civic. The Civic's version of fun is that you make a request and then the car does exactly what you want it to do. Incidentally, I love the tiny steering wheel. Its small diameter gives the sense that you're driving something more interesting than a high-volume compact sedan, while its shape is perfectly matched to the shape of your hand. Imagine that. That leads to another Civic strength, ergonomics. From the driver's seat, you can see, and most importantly, reach all the controls. And the function of those controls is obvious. Really, our only interior complaint, besides armrests that aren't quite padded enough, is the lack of a volume control for the audio system. Yeah, if you're driving, you'll probably use the steering wheel controls, but for the times you're not, looking where you're tapping isn't as safe or as easy as reaching for the good old reliable knob. Another weak point is acceleration. The base 1.8-liter 4-cylinder only puts out 143 horsepower. So if you want anything more than adequate acceleration, look to the 205 horsepower Civic Si. In most Civics, engine power will be managed by a continuously variable transmission. That's the one without the gears. It's just got the 2 pulleys that vary length. Variable ratio cylinder thing. It's really more of a cone. It's complicated. The point is that it's a pretty good CVT, mostly because it doesn't seem like a CVT. When you push the throttle, it's almost like it downshifts to a lower gear, avoiding all that annoying engine droning that made early CVTs so damn terrible.
The CVT also contributes to the Civic's strong fuel economy figures, which top out around 40 mpg on the highway in the sedan. A 5-speed manual transmission is also offered, but the privilege of shifting for yourself comes with a several mile-per-gallon penalty. As mentioned in the beginning, a Civic exists for nearly every buyer. There's a coupe for those who reject unnecessary doors, a hybrid for frugal/environmentally conscious folks, a natural gas variant for ultra-progressive iconoclasts who want carpool access, and there's an SI sedan or coupe for, let's say, cool people who don't mind owning a car that only comes with a 6-speed manual transmission. But there is not a hatchback. No worries, Mazda, Ford, or VW will happily sell you one of theirs. Pricing for the gasoline-powered sedan and coupe starts around $19,000 and extends to $25,000 or so in loaded models equipped with navigation, leather seats, keyless entry and engine start, and Honda's very cool lane watch feature. which displays what's in the Civic's blind spot whenever the right turn signal is activated. Having dropped the cheapo DX trim, competitors like the Ford Focus, Toyota Corolla, Chevy Cruze, and Hyundai Elantra all offer lower base prices than the Civic. To that, the Civic counters with exceptional resale values and an abundant standard equipment list, featuring a backup camera, 5-inch multicolor information display, Bluetooth, and a USB port.
After more than 40 years, the Honda Civic remains very easy to recommend. Is this one my favorite? No, that honor goes to the 95 Civic Si hatchback. But from a comfort, refinement, and feature standpoint, the 9th generation Civic is the best one yet.